Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. We've got some really intriguing developments coming out of the NFL draft scene, and it's especially exciting for Seahawks fans who are always looking ahead, dreaming about what the future might hold for this team. You probably know that since drafting Devin Witherspoon in the top 5 of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seahawks have been pretty strategic about their draft approach, especially in the secondary. They've kept their focus tight, not rushing to draft another cornerback before the 5th round. And honestly, that's been a smart move, given how Witherspoon has already started to make an impact. But here's where things get even more interesting. There are credible predictions suggesting that this streak might not last much longer, and that the Seahawks could be eyeing a pretty high pick in the 2026 NFL Draft to add some serious talent to their defensive backfield. Recently, SI on College Football's Randy Gurzy made a bold projection. He's suggesting that the Seahawks might target Clemson's Avian Terrell, a young and talented cornerback, at number 13 overall in the 2026 draft. Now, I know what you're thinking, 2026. That's way down the line. But in the NFL world, draft predictions like this can tell us a lot about how teams are thinking long-term, especially when it comes to building a dominant defense. Gurzy's analysis points out something pretty compelling, that Avian Terrell could fit perfectly into head coach Mike Macdonald's defensive scheme, which is rooted in aggressive, versatile coverage, much like the kind we've seen from the Ravens' defense, where Macdonald previously coached. This isn't just speculation. It's rooted in Terrell's impressive college career and his potential to grow into a top-tier NFL cornerback. And let's talk about the background here, because it's pretty fascinating. Avian Terrell is the younger brother of A.J. Terrell, the standout cornerback for the Atlanta Falcons. A.J. has been a fixture at the top of Atlanta's secondary for quite some time now, and he was a first-round pick back in 2020, number 16 overall. This kind of football pedigree isn't just a coincidence. It speaks volumes about the talent and athleticism that runs in the family. A.J. has been recognized as Atlanta's top corner for nearly his entire career, earning second-team All-Pro honors in 2021 with 16 pass defenses and 3 interceptions. That kind of production sets a high standard, and if Avian can follow a similar path, Seahawks fans might have a future star in the making. Now, what about Avian himself? Well, he's been steadily making a name for himself at Clemson. Over the course of his college career, he's registered 17 pass defenses, 8 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, and 2 sacks in just 30 games. That's pretty impressive for a player still early in his college journey. Even in the 2025 season, he's already been impactful, recording 3 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, a pass defense, and a sack in just 3 games. This shows not only his playmaking ability, but also his readiness to take on bigger challenges, possibly even the NFL stage, sooner rather than later. You might be wondering, okay, but how realistic is this really? Well, it's still very early in the 2026 draft process. We're talking about nearly full seasons in college and the NFL still ahead. The truth is, teams' needs can change dramatically as players develop and as the league shifts. But what's clear is that the Seahawks are always looking to fortify their defense, especially in the secondary, which has been a focus of theirs since the offseason began. With the coaching staff coming from the Ravens' defensive tradition, where aggressive, versatile coverage is king, it's no surprise that they're eyeing young, athletic cornerbacks who can excel in multiple roles. And considering the Seahawks only drafted one defender before the 5th round this past spring, Nick Emanwari, who is expected to contribute at safety, the emphasis on adding more defensive talent is evident. Let's not forget, the Seahawks' defensive philosophy has been about building a tough, adaptable unit. With players like Witherspoon already showing flashes of brilliance, adding another talented corner like Terrell in the future could be a game changer. Think about the potential. A secondary that could feature a combination of Witherspoon and a player like Avian Terrell, both young, fast, and hungry, could be the foundation of a championship-caliber defense. And with the NFL steadily evolving into a passing league where secondary play often determines the outcome of games, it makes perfect sense that Seattle would keep their eyes on the future. Now, digging deeper into Avian Terrell's background, he's proven he's more than just a football player. He's got serious athleticism. Coming from Atlanta's Westlake High School, he was already making waves in the track and field world, running the 100 meters in the 10:97 to 11. 33-second range. That kind of speed is exactly what you want in a cornerback, especially one with the instincts and ball skills he's shown at Clemson. His track background gives him a real edge in recovery speed, closing down on receivers and making plays that many other defenders just can't get to. And it's worth noting that Terrell's decision to attend Clemson put him under the same roof as his brother, A.J. Terrell. While initially that might have cast a shadow, after all, it's always tough to step out of a sibling's shadow. The reality is that Avian's been carving out his own path. In 2024, during his sophomore year, he became a full-time starter, logging over 800 snaps, the most by a Clemson cornerback since 2016. That kind of experience at a top college program prepares him well for the demands of the NFL, especially when the league's quarterbacks are getting more precise and aggressive every year. As we look ahead to the 2026 draft, it's clear that Avian Terrell could be a name to keep an eye on, especially if he continues his upward trajectory. His combination of size, athleticism, and production makes him a promising prospect. And if the Seahawks do decide to target him, it wouldn't just be about adding a talented player. It would be about reinforcing the identity of their defense, making it more versatile, dynamic, and capable of shutting down the league's best passing attacks. With the defensive coaching staff they have now, who come from the Ravens' tradition, they're always on the lookout for players who can fit into that mold: aggressive, athletic, and intelligent. Now, I want to bring a little perspective here. It's still very early to project exact picks and players for the 2026 draft. The NFL is a constantly changing landscape, with injuries, breakout players, and team needs shifting from year to year. But what's exciting for Seahawks fans is the possibility that the team is setting itself up for a future where they can add elite talent in the secondary, perhaps even as early as the first round of that draft. They've already shown a commitment to building a strong, competitive defense, and the addition of a player like Avian Terrell could be the next step in that evolution. Looking at the bigger picture, the Seahawks' strategy seems to be about patience and precision. They're not rushing into draft picks, but they're carefully evaluating talent that can fit their scheme and elevate their roster. With players like Devin Witherspoon already making an impact and the potential of adding someone like Terrell in the future, the Seahawks are building a secondary that could be feared across the league. It's not just about individual talent, it's about creating a cohesive, aggressive unit that can adapt to any offensive scheme. That's the kind of defense that can carry a team deep into the playoffs, and who knows, all the way to a Super Bowl. In summary, folks, this is a fascinating development that could shape the future of the Seahawks' defense for years to come. While it's still early days, the idea of adding a young, athletic cornerback like Avian Terrell in the 2026 NFL Draft isn't just wishful thinking. It's a strategic move that makes a lot of sense when considering the team's long-term goals. Seattle is clearly investing in its future, and with the coaching staff's defensive pedigree, they're well-positioned to identify, develop, and utilize top-tier talent. Whether this prediction comes true or not, it's an exciting glimpse into what lies ahead for the Seahawks. The team's commitment to building a formidable secondary is evident, and fans should be optimistic about what the future holds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Avian Terrell could be the perfect fit for Seattle's future? Would you like to see the team target him in the next few drafts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. This team is always evolving, and the excitement doesn't stop. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Let's keep this passion alive and continue supporting our Seahawks as they chase greatness. Until next time, go Hawks.